Oh, yes. Happy to be back home, guys, for a Saturday live stream. Man, feels good. We got Austin in the background. Got Vietnamese coffee.
Hey, guys.
I just spilled Vietnamese coffee all over myself. Oh, I just washed these pants. What's going on, cowboy? It's funny, now that I'm doing an actual normal Saturday live stream, let's see who shows up. Car Guy, Salvador, Car Cat, Laszlo, Certified T3 Bosses, Jory Goodman, good to see you. Slayer Rock Forever, David Wilson. So, Dino from Croatia. Okay, so we are, oh wait, dude, should we take that bench? Should we take that one?
Yeah, we could.
Okay, so normally, like, we have like a certain area that we live stream, and you guys know, kind of the normal backdrop. There's been a large influx of homeless people where we are, and they are using the normal benches and the normal park benches and stuff to sleep. So we're making do. We're sitting on this wall in front of the library, but one just opened up. So we're gonna
move over there.
Yeah, we're gonna move over there.
Okay.
What's going on? All right, we're gonna be mobile here, guys. Austin's picking up the camera stuff. Slayer Rock says Cali's so messed up. Well, you're not wrong. And the taxes just keep getting higher and higher, so what do we pay for? Come on. All right, so dude, a bench opened up. Yeah. Woohoo! How exciting. Austin, someone said we were the toupee bros. I take offense to that.
Yeah, because I'm actually not wearing a toupee.
He's not wearing a toupee, I am though.
But thank you. We're bros though, close enough.
Jazz flute from the UK. What's going on, brother? It's supposed to be in the triple digits today, dude. Would I sell G-Shocks and non-vintage mechanicals? No. There'd be no, unless I had an in with a supplier, it wouldn't be cost effective, because how would that work? I would buy a watch and then resell it for a premium. Wouldn't work that way, especially when there's other people in that market, right? Long Island Watch is in that market, so I wouldn't, not trying to compete with Mark here. Austin's moderating from another mobile device. What is going on, guys? Thanks for the super chat, Cowboy. But yeah, I'm not super interested in selling modern watches or G-Shocks. Not that I don't like modern watches and G-Shocks. It just wouldn't be the business that I'd want to be in right now. Yeah.
If you guys are ever wondering what I'm doing, I'm really just...
Yeah, he's literally
I'm on the chat.
moderating.
On the side.
Hold on, guys. I'm doing something I rarely do. And it's very clear that I don't know how to do it. I'm putting my watch on my left wrist because I got a heat rash on my right wrist. So
I'm looking for a square chronograph.
What? Austin's picking out the good questions here. Dean is here, by the way. Andrew Hannum, certified T3 bot and moderator, is here. Very rare to see him. Where's the Vietnamese coffee?
On your pants.
Yeah, I spilled some on my pants already. Pretty much every other live stream, I find a way to spill coffee on myself, but whatever. Wearing my Sarbo 3.3 for Seiko Saturday. Heck yeah. We were just talking about how California being the most taxed state is one of the most, if not the most, homeless people per capita. Yeah, it's dad. When I saw that it said it's dad, I had to look, and it says Carlo DeMicali, but you're not my dad. I didn't know if my dad was in my live stream and was writing that to me. I was like, he's like, it's dad. Hi, Dad. James K, certified T3 bot and moderator. 6Killer 2121 finally made it to a live stream. No pumpkin spice drink today. Man, that pumpkin spice cold brew.
That's so funny Marissa said that.
That pumpkin wait, Marissa said that?
No. Happy Mid-Autumn Festival.
Is Marissa in the stream?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Riss. I didn't see you.
Happy Mid-Autumn Festival.
Oh, Austin's
Moon Festival.
Yeah, Austin's literally eating a moon cake because he's Asian.
I'm Asian.
Hey, Riss. I didn't see her in the stream. Sam Brooks, I'm surprised plastic straws and cups aren't illegal in California. I think companies can give them to you still, right? I don't know.
Yeah, you have to ask for them. They don't give it to you now.
Yeah, you have to ask for them. Please bring me moon cakes. So, yeah, Connie's gonna do that. Or maybe Austin, you do that. But I already told Connie to do that, so she's going to do that. Dean says, don't forget to hit the like button. Only 13. Come on, guys, only 13. We are very early on. That person was like, hi, and I was like, do I know you? Excuse me, we're working here. Don't you see? We got a couple cameras here, okay? It's very high tech. I'm just kidding. 7-inch wrist says, hey, will you be interested in looking at
guys?
Yeah. But I think he meant likes, but hitting the line is pretty funny to say also. We got some police that are wondering what we're doing with all this camera equipment. We've got a really cute dog walking over here.
Who's the goodest boy?
Will you be interested in looking at MMI watches? They already got fully funded on Kickstarter. I have never heard of them. The birds are, we are back among the birds. Jory, wrist check for a wrist check. I got my 1965 Timex Marlin. Unfortunately, that's not how it works around here. Okay? We gotta hit 100 before we do the wrist check. I appreciate you wanting to, you know, have an equal trade there, but this is my economy. My screen just went very dim. Don't know why. Got coffee on my hand. All right, sounds good, car guy. Yeah, we do wrist checks. I mean, you guys can tell me what you're wearing. We do wrist checks at 100 people following. Marek with the super chat. You don't have to super chat me, bro. He says, hey, Jory, I'm about to drop my residency applications and could use some extra good vibes. Love you, broski. Hashtag Invicta Lifestyle. Well, Marek, how selfish do you have to be? You're smarter than me. You're better looking than me. You got better watches than me. Now you want some of my good energy? You're sucking me dry over here. I'm just kidding, Marek. I hope you crush it. You'll do fine. My dad's a doctor, so if he can do it, you can do it. Because that guy's a knucklehead. I'm just kidding. I love my dad. My dad's the man. He's the most important person in my life. You'll crush it. Don't worry about it, bro. Cowboy Swami meant, sorry, I meant used non-vintage. Oh, would I ever sell used non-vintage? Probably not G-Shocks. This is gonna sound, greedy, but the truth is, selling used G-Shock would take more effort than it would be worth. Like literally worth. Brand new G-Shock, like Austin will do a wrist check. Austin, show them your watch. Austin's wearing a DW5600 E1V. That's one of my favorite G-Shocks. I got mine for, I think it was 37 bucks on Amazon at the time. I think Austin got it for like 41 or 42 bucks on Amazon. Okay, so if I get a used DW5600, okay, how much would I pay for it? And then how much would I sell it for? So if I sell it for what, 20 bucks? Austin, I'm talking to you. Like if I sold it for 20 bucks, we're thinking about this. If I pick up a watch used that is 40 bucks new,
Probably even less.
right? How much would I sell it for, and then how much would I actually make? And that would take room up in my inventory, and then again, like with my warranty work and like how would I warranty that, and then this and that. So that would be cool. I don't know how I would implement that. So yeah. Marissa, certified T3 bot, and my sister says, left my ass off Chi-Town. Chi-Town, California, certified T3 bot says, Jory, do you count the beard as a tax dependent deductible? Kind of, because I write my barbershop appointments off. Hair and makeup people, I'm on camera. So yeah. Longvu wants to know if you're Korean.
I get that a lot, actually. No, I'm not. I'm not Korean. I'm Taiwanese.
No, you have to say it. You have to say it in Mandarin.
Okay, 我是韩国人, which means I'm Korean. No, I'm not.
Oh.
I'm Taiwanese. I'm Taiwanese.
Speaking of Korean, for the first time ever, one of my moderators, I don't know if you can change the title of the live stream. We're going to do a mukbang, because I got a muffin.
Oh, my fat ass already ate my croissant.
Because I did literally 5 hours of jiu-jitsu yesterday. And it was Le Miserable. It was Les Mis.
Bonzer Wolf. I'm not Korean either.
Wow, we all have something in common, guys. We're not Korean.
Whoa.
Vince, in the building, says, hey, TT, can't stay long. Covering Mr. Olympia. Did get a weird-ass East German watch from the 70s, so you were right. Month is coming up. See, man? Things change. You think you're down in the dumps one second, things get better the next second. Don't stress about it. Have fun covering the Olympia.
Is he in Vegas right now?
Are you in Vegas or are you watching it remotely? Sam Brooks' cousin is half Korean. Guys, let's do a Korean check. So we do wristwatch checks. Let's do Korean check. What Koreans are in the comment section? I'm not Korean. Austin, are you Korean?
I'm not Korean.
All right.
Nothing against them. We don't have anything.
Are you kidding?
We're just saying we're not Korean.
Koreans are, I was gonna say Koreans are delicious. Korean food is delicious. Yeah. I'm all about Koreans. Bring more Koreans into my area. Tteokbokki, bibimbap.
It would have been funny if you just named one thing only.
One thing, and I'm like, that's it.
I love Koreans. Tteokbokki.
Chi-Town, California says confirmed Jory's a cannibal. Yeah, KBBQ. I mean, there's a road to Seoul, like maybe a block, like
5 minutes away.
Like maybe a block away from my house. So, Taco speaks Korean. Well, 안녕하세요.
I love Korean food. Soju?
감사합니다. Far from Korean. Reed, Uncle Reed, guys. My uncle's in the chat, so say hello. Sundae.
I know. Bulgogi. Sundae and sundaebu.
감사합니다. Nicola, probably not Korean, but probably Italian because he is from Italy. Keep up the good work, he says. Well, buongiorno and grazie. That's what I would say. Laszlo is here. What's going on? Hamed says, hey, Jory, what would you pick between the Milgauss, Explorer 1, Oyster Perpetual, no date, and why? Well, I feel like I bring this up once a live stream. The Milgauss was like one of my earliest grails, right? So when I first started learning about, good morning, Reed. When I first started learning about watches, I thought that the Milgauss was something it was like the Reverso and the Milgauss. And I don't know what it was about the Milgauss. I just thought it was really cool. Then as I started collecting more and more watches and I got my first Rolex and this and that, I realized that the Milgauss I wasn't that interested in. The Oyster Perpetual No Date is a good watch. Oyster case, threaded crown, Rolex. But it's kind of boring, right? I'm gonna be totally real. No date, so there's no complication there, and there's not that rich of a history with it. If you want an OP no date, just get get the Cowboy Swami I was reading. Get the Explorer 1, right? Really rich history, really cool watch. So between those three, long story short, Explorer 1. Nawaz says, hi, new here. Well, welcome. Says, what's your opinion on Steinhardt Ocean 1 Titanium, Marathon G-Star, Hamilton Frogman, excuse me, or Certina DS Diver Automatic? I want to pick one. Well, the Steinhardt is well made, but I wouldn't pick it because it is boring homage. The Marathon, the one thing I have against the Marathon is that the chapter ring is like really thick, so it looks kind of just gross. Hamilton Frogman looks really, really cool, but I would go with the Certina DS Action Diver if you can find it with the Powermatic 80 movement. That's the one I would get. Rockstar South says, enjoy some of your facial few times. You can definitely pass an Asian as Asian, I think. Do a DNA test.
And so I replied.
Wait.
He has a beard.
Some
not
of your
passing as an Asian.
Right. I actually don't
possible.
understand. Some of your facial few times. What does that mean? I'm not trying to be a jerk. I'm trying to.
Probably means like you could probably pass as an Asian
Oh.
with your facial features.
Oh,
or
maybe.
something like that. But you have a beard when Asian people can't grow beards, so.
Maybe like northern, like
maybe.
Mongolian.
Maybe.
I'm, statistically I could be related to Genghis Khan, right? Oh yeah, he did mean features.
Yeah. Thought so.
Maybe he Murano facial features. Now everyone's Dang auto text. Helgato's here. What's going on? What up? What up?
That earlier one, that fellow there was like, you just take a line, like. hit
the line.
Hit that line.
Bonzer Wolf says, head up to Pasadena and watch Oklahoma kick UCLA butt. We're in Pasadena, homie.
Well, we there.
We there.
We there.
Yeah, that fellow there, right after he said hit the line, the cops rolled by.
They like looked
That's
at
why I
us
was
and said it.
laughing.
I was like, oh god.
Kenneth,
Good morning.
what's going on, brother? Certified T3 bot, the man. We're just drinking coffee and eating muffins. Stephen Lowe says, hey, Jory from KL. What's going on, man? I thought I was in Koreatown. Not for my Saturday streams. I go to Koreatown all the time. We're very close to Koreatown, but not for my Saturday streams. I'm not in Koreatown right now. Koreatown doesn't really have parks like this. It's
Not in LA.
Koreatown, LA. And by the way, my forehead is like already kind of glistening because it's getting into the triple digits today. Koreatown in LA is in the middle of the city. It's pretty much downtown. So there's no real parks here. David Wilson says, how's your Don Sinacci character?
Nazi.
It's Don Sinacci. What is Austin clarifying?
No, I'm just saying, I was just clarifying that I'm just generalizing
Oh,
about the beard.
right. Kenneth is taking some lunch. James asks what I think of Manta watches. So Manta's cool. They actually, what's very cool is some of my viewers, you guys, wrote to Manta and told them that, that you wanted me to review one of their watches. So they actually reached out to me and they emailed me. And enough of you guys wrote to them that they were like, fine, we'll talk to this time teller guy. So they wrote to me and they're sending out one of their atlases, one of their new atlases for me to look at. So expect a Manta assessment and review in the near future, and that'll be really fun because I've never been hands-on with a Manta watch. So yeah, it's gonna be really cool. 105 people here. Let's go ahead and do a wristwatch check. So guys, I'm doing kind of a weird wristwatch check, almost uncomfortable, because I'm wearing my watch on my left hand and I'm a lefty. Why? Because I got a vicious heat rash here and it's super uncomfortable. So I, for Seiko Saturday, am wearing my silver dial, all original 6139 speed timer.
Like always, like the G-Shock.
I'm eating a muffin. That fellow there, Certified T3 Bot, says, thanks for sharing your trip on Time Away. Yeah, guys, we've been uploading every week on Time Away. You guys are missing out if you haven't subscribed there. One of my many moderators that are here, please put a link up for Time Away. Yeah, I was hanging out with Nick Shabazz, dude. Taco says you got a heat rash regardless of the strap change. Yeah, it's because I wasn't wearing my G-Shock when I got the heat rash. I was wearing my my date 1500, so it was. I haven't adjusted the bracelet, and so it was just metal on skin, and yeah, huge bummer. Hello, Jory and his buddy. What's your name, buddy?
Oh, me? My name's Austin.
No, the other buddy that I'm hanging out with. Oh, someone in the comment section said that they're new here and they don't know who this guy is.
I am Buddy. My name's Buddy.
This is Austin. Sakari with the super chat. Oh, yeah, accused me of hanging out with Nick Shabazz.
His name is not Korean.
Alexander, what's your thoughts on Teddy, on the Teddy video about movement? Did you see it? Boy, I was in it. He crushed it, man. I think it was just really funny to see the movement boys validating their terrible products. Nicola from Italia says, hello from Italy, keep up the good work. Thanks, man. Sakari has to get his haircut. Well, that's what I just did. I went for a lower fade. I don't know if you guys noticed the difference. I went for a little bit of a lower fade this time. Illuminati Certified T3 Bot is here, and he's gonna yell at you guys if you don't hit the like button. So better, you know, better do what he says.
I like his puns though, so just let him do it.
Yeah, let him do it. Michael says, have you seen a fake Rolex that was... Hold on. Have you seen a fake Rolex that was so close you couldn't tell? Kind of a difficult question to answer because most of the fake... I mean, all of the fake Rolexes that I've seen I've been able to see as being fake. But there might be a real Rolex that I assumed was real that is actually fake. That's a possibility, right? So... What's gone?
The Daniel Wellington.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Connie's awake.
Gonna toss the watch on the right wrist to see how bad you have it. Awkward feeling. Yeah, Random Rob. got a stupid heat rash. And very uncomfortable. Austin Lynn says, morning, Connie. What? What?
What?
Where? Oh!
Oh.
Connie's in the building. Says she likes
Oh.
the new do.
Oh.
She
She's
didn't-
talking about the beard.
She didn't like that my beard was growing all the way up to here, like fully. Yeah, random Rob with a great little challenge right now. Everyone in the chat, 106 people. Everyone, switch your wrist. Switch wrists. Let's see how you like it, guys. I hate it right now. I'm just kidding. I'm okay with wearing a Rob. Kenny says Austin's getting more comfortable in the front of the camera. He'll be taking over soon. Is that what you want, Kenny? You want Austin to start
Saturday Night Live.
Yeah. Austin, how do you feel about Boulder's redesign of the expedition? Exactly, Kenny. Exactly. That's not a world I want to live in.
I agree with Kenny. Whatever decision he makes.
Kenny is the boss, so.
Oh, another one.
Come on, be a gentleman. Yes, this moment. Come on, you can be a gentleman. Come on, it's there.
Aw,
It's hot.
it's getting there, bud. Triple digits.
I know, that's why it's like, okay, let's get out early.
He's a chihuahua.
Aw.
You don't mind the heat, but I do.
Oh, we
No.
do.
Yeah,
Listen
I
to your
don't-
mom.
Yeah, listen to me, brother. Come on. Let's get your groove on.
Sorry, I have to stop if there's a cute dog. Illuminati says, if you don't like the video, I will grill you like Teddy grilled MVMT. John Muhammad Osman says, hi from Meridius. Really like your videos, man. Well, thank you, dude. Thanks for the support, bro. Kenneth Glover says, I have tendonitis on my left wrist. Can't wear a watch on the right side at all. That's a bummer, dude. That's worse than a heat rash, so I feel for you, bro. Grand Seiko Spring Drive Diver versus Rolex Sub. Why? It depends which one. Honestly, the watch I would get instead of a Submariner wouldn't be the Spring Drive Diver. It would be the new High Beat Titanium Diver. That'd be the one I would get instead of a Submariner. Yeah, Chi-Town, appreciate you teaching me something and correcting me, but, you know, everyone's going to correct me about how to say everything. So, people got mad about how I pronounced Malvern for the Chris Ward Grand Malvern. It's like, they were like, wow, I can't stand how these Americans pronounce Malvern. It's like, okay, well, type it into Google. Look up how it's pronounced, type in British English, and then you can just listen to it yourself. SKX007 still good? No. Now that it's been discontinued, it's bad. No, dude, it's still an amazing watch. Don't worry, everyone's freaking out about it. It's still a great watch. Don't freak out.
Super quartz chronographs.
They have to remove the whole movement while replacing batteries. Isn't it risky? It depends on the watch. Gizmo Holiday, right wrist makes more sense if you carry a suitcase on your left. Well, yeah, I mean, it just all depends on how you live your life. Like, I don't wear a watch on my dominant hand because I do so many tasks with my dominant hand. I'm a lefty, so I hate watching, I hate wearing my watch on my dominant hand because I do so many little things. Oregano? How do they pronounce it? Oregano.
No.
Oregano. Great. This is how this live stream's going this morning. Hey, things change quickly, guys. What's your thoughts on Eternomatic new versus vintage? Dude, I got a vintage Eternomatic at my shop and it's freaking sick. That's a whole lot of wash.
What's the Invicta alarm?
The Invicta alarm. No, they're close. Someone trying to steal my STI? My STI is really far away from us right now, actually, so I probably wouldn't even hear it if someone was trying to break into it. So if you're close by and you see my car, then now would be the time to do it. Invicta Patrol's here to spoil the muffin party. Stephen Lowe, we will take you up on that. I want to visit various parts of Asia. So, yeah, we will. I'll run that by Connie. I know we want to go to. I think we're going to go to Japan soon. Ahmed says, just answer my question, dude. Bro, can you explain to him how fast the comments move on the screen? Guys, it's not that I'm like looking at people and actively ignoring them. Can you guys like chill? What's your question? Let's stop the whole live stream for you, Ahmed. How would you console yourself if you had to pick tutor over? That's trying to. You're looking for a logical answer for an illogical question. So the basis for your hypothetical, it's flawed. So that's the definition of a fallacy, right? So you're saying, how would I logically console myself if I had to pick a Tudor over a Rolex? That wouldn't logically ever happen, right? If I had to pick a Tudor over a Rolex, then I had to pick a... Like, you're saying if someone had a gun to my head and say, pick this Tudor over a Rolex, then I'd pick the Tudor over the Rolex, right? So, I don't know. If I had to do it, then there wouldn't be much consoling, because I'd be like, oh, well, I had to do it. For sure, Joy, but if we saw Ninja sneaking up on you from behind, I'm sure some of us would let you know through Super Chat. That fellow there, Certified T3 bot, I love how he said, I'm sure some of us. He didn't say he would give me Super Chat, but he's like, I'm sure someone out there would help you. Oh, I almost dropped my muffin. Oh, I would have been so mad. That fellow there, meh. I'm not getting an Apple Watch. I might get the new iPhone, but eventually. Vintage bracelets don't bother me because I understand that when it comes to vintage watches, you have to categorize and assess differently than modern watches, right? A watch that is from the 60s is going to wear and feel a little bit differently than a watch that you just got at your AD. So you just have to kind of assess them a little bit differently and have a different understanding. But if you're not into vintage watches, then you're just not into vintage watches, and that's fine. Different strokes for different folks. You guys would tell me if I had muffin in my beard, right? Good explanation about the bracelet. I'll keep trying. Yeah, man. Again, If you're not into vintage watches, then that's totally fine. Some people don't like anything that's... Some people wouldn't even buy a used watch, and that's fine too. Simon, did you grab a Timex Q yesterday? I didn't. I'm not super into Timex Qs. I'm not a huge Timex guy. Wasn't a watch that I absolutely needed to have, so yeah, didn't jump on it. Top 3 toughest watches, money no object. G-Shock, Mudmaster probably. The Seiko Tuna with the 7C46. Maybe the new Ultra Deep. The new Omega Ultra Deep.
Oh, Milkham's here.
Uh-oh, Malcolm the moderator. New spot, same area. The issue is that in the areas that we were going to, the normal areas, there were unfortunately some homeless people that were sleeping there, so
Okay,
instead of
to
disturbing
be
them.
completely honest, it's because there's like direct sunlight and like I'm a princess and like I don't want the sun shining on me because I burn.
No, but in the other
pale.
ways, there were a bunch of homeless people.
But that too, that was the second place we checked out. But the
Yeah.
normal place we're at, it's because there's sunlight and there's like no shade, and I burn. Yeah. Oh,
Thanks, David.
That's so smart. I will get an umbrella. A cute pink one too.
a cute pink umbrella. Austin, you have backup now. Daniel, what's going on? Okay, Nick asks, Jory, in a recent video, you mentioned you don't have a Seiko turtle in the collection currently. What are your thoughts on the turtle, and do you have a favorite? So I really like the Seiko turtle. That's not just because I don't own one doesn't mean I don't like it. I've recommended it on my channel like a ton of times. There's no real limited edition that I like of the turtle. I honestly would just get the black dial, black bezel. It's just a good watch, and it's like a step up from an SKX. The Time Tourer. Jose, what are your thoughts on Luminox? They're fun watches. Probably wouldn't get one over a G-Shock though.
Holy Batman.
Illuminati certified C3 bot. I'm gonna try positive reinforcement. Yeah, but the mini turtles are boring because they have 3 o'clock crowns. I'm not into that. Come on, guys, like this live stream, dude. Illuminati's getting upset, man.
Did you ever find our friend, the Batman that you wanted? John? Do you remember?
No, it was the Deep Sea.
Was it? Oh, I thought he wanted that.
Revis?
Yeah.
Yeah, I found him yeah.
You did? Oh.
He just didn't, he ended up backing out of the deal. He didn't want it. It's not my problem.
I was wondering. Just thought about it.
Jose says, thank you, dude. You've been great help for improving my watch collection. Thank you, man. Are there any real differences between the Yachtmaster and the Submariner? Yeah, about $12,000. I probably would not wear the James Cameron Deep Sea, but. Car Guy, is there any good watch places in southern New Hampshire? Yeah, there are actually. You gotta go really far south into Boston. Giaz, I get this question all the time. You can wear watches from only one watch brand for the rest of your life. What would you choose? Probably Seiko, because they have a large catalog, so I probably wouldn't get bored of anything. The other company would be Rolex, because those are my two favorite watch companies. Marek is recommending people in Trashua. Anthony says, Boston, New Hampshire, my favorite place. Daniel says, what do you think about the Toyota Tacoma? Okay. So, obviously I'm a big Jeep guy. And there's like, for some reason, dude, like overlanding and off-roading has gotten very hip. It's like now, it's now not only like something you do, it's like very cool. So the Toyota Tacomas and the 4Runner community, all these TRD Pro guys, it's super hip. I wouldn't get a Toyota over a Jeep, let me just put it that way. Who did dislike show yourself? Guys, don't worry about it. People literally follow me and turn the bell, like hit the bell icon on, just to dislike my content when it shows up. So don't like it. They actually are more avid fans than you guys are, because they literally like cannot wait for me to upload anything. And then you guys want to know what's even funnier and even more supportive in a way, is those same people subscribe and hit the bell icon on the Time Away channel, so that they can wait until I upload there and they dislike immediately. That's what's so funny. So more haters immediately follow my content than like my supporters do. It's hilarious. Jonathan, man, everyone asks me about ball watches and I can't. I expect as collectors have them that I can say that they're
Like a good friend, Austin is here.
Thank you. Xie xie. I got muffin. On me.
That's what I'm here for.
Buffering, not sure if it's my connection or not. Austin, does it look good on your screen?
Yeah, that's working.
I did do the watch reveal. Silver dial 6139, baby. Seiko Saturday. Jory has the most dedicated haters club on YouTube. I kind of do, which is funny. I'm not too concerned about it though, because again, they give me views, so it is all good. Digital says, I listened to what you said about the Timex Q and waited. Glad I did. Thanks. Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, gotta just lay in the cut, relax. Don't jump on these like panic buying. Don't support the scalpers or resellers. They're all just idiots. Is your watch the Pogue? I seen it in a film, but Blast cannot remember the name of the film. I don't think I've ever seen these 6139s in a movie, but I haven't seen every movie in the world. So It is a 6139. Technically, when I've called this one a Pogue before on my channel, and people are like, actually, that's not the Pogue. The Pogue is the one with the gold dial. But yeah, for all intents and purposes, it's a Pogue. Wow, that's cool. Thanks, Jory. Very good looking watch. Thank you. The new Defenders don't look boss at all. The new Defenders look like a toy. You know what it looks like? The new Defenders look like a Honda Element. Pull up a picture of a Defender, the new Defender, and then pull up a picture of a Honda Element. No diss against Honda Elements, but they look exactly the same. The new Defender is trash, and it is sacrilegious and blasphemous for them to call that a Defender. These car companies have become so lazy. It's like Hollywood. They don't want to invest the time or energy to actually make a good product. So what they're going to do is they're going to rehash everything but make it even worse. So what they're doing is they think that us as the consumer base is so stupid that if they make this trashy economy vehicle and they slap a prolific name like Defender on the hood, all of us will be like, wow, that's a Defender. It's a Defender in name only. It's a Defender, okay? It shares nothing similar to the original metal Defenders. It's terrible. And anybody that's excited about that is foolish. It is not a Defender. It's just some new plastic car. That's right, I'm calling it a car that is titled Defender. It's so stupid.
Gitmo said, suppose you're launched to the moon or Mars next week, what modern watch would your moon watch be? I said, tune in Friday.
Yeah, we're going. Next time away, we're going to Mars, boys. All right, I'm gonna head out.
I'm head out.
I would say Mudmaster, but I don't know if the altimeter goes up that high. Dude, honestly, if I was going to Mars, I would bring a Speedmaster. I would bring my Speedmaster because it would be like kind of a little nod to the earlier Apollo missions. Isn't Mitsubishi coming up with a new Evo? Well, guys, you guys are silly to think that when a car company discontinues a car, that it's not coming back, right? They do this all the time. Ford has discontinued the Taurus like a million times and it comes back. The GTI, Volkswagen has discontinued the GTI numerous times. The Defender has been discontinued and brought back. You know, Jeep pickup trucks have been discontinued and brought back. Don't worry about it. It'll all come back. So the Evo, yes, of course the Evo will come back. And Mitsubishi saw a huge hit in their sales because the only Mitsubishi people were buying was the Evo. And so when they discontinued it, their sales tanked. So of course they're going to bring it back. And they're going to charge more for it because people are going to be like, wow, it's back. Civic Type R versus STI, obviously STI. They're both turbo 4-cylinders. The STI has a box engine, and the STI is all-wheel drive. And the STI is one of the winningest rally cars in the world, whereas the Civic Type R is still a Civic, so. Dem likes going up, daddy is happy. Dale says, I feel the same way about the new Jeep. Fiat has ruined Jeep. Exactly. I hate on. I keep my arguments congruent, right? The new Jeeps are essentially luxury vehicles. I test drove the new JL when it came out, and it had more technology in that thing than a freaking like Mercedes. It's crazy. And then you wonder, it's like, this is a Jeep Rubicon, but then it has like leather interior and all these screens and all these nice buttons that you wouldn't want to get dirty. I have my TJ Rubicon is like a metal tub with like a gear shift and like a button for the lockers. And that's all I need, man. Isn't the Integrale the winningest rally car? Yeah, Carlo, but I was making a comparison to a Civic. So, I was being a bit facetious. A little tongue-in-cheek there. Also, Subaru still holds a record for Nürburgring, so I'm not too stressed about it. Saw a Jeep pickup yesterday, pretty slick. Yeah, the Gladiator does look pretty cool though, man. So.
Oh, he had to super chat it 'cause he asked it 3 times. I feel bad.
Sakari 1138 with a super chat says, what should I wear for a casual Saturday trip to the barber? Quartz Seamaster 300 Pro, Planet Ocean, Luminox Field, or Victorinox Chrono. Wear your Seamaster, bro. Chi-Town, California certified T3 bot says, Jeep Rubicon should never be stuffed with tech. Should rattle your teeth out and take a hosing down at the end of the day. Yeah, that's exactly what my Rubicon does, actually. If the Evo comes back, it will pull the Blue Alpinist stunt. I don't know about that. I don't think they're gonna make it hyper limited, right? I don't think people would buy a hyper limited Evo. I wouldn't. Dude, I wouldn't even buy a hyper limited STI. Like the new the new STI, the one that we got here in the US. I wouldn't. That car literally is hyper limited. There's no point in buying it for over $60,000 when it's still a Subaru. The only time you should get hyper limited vehicles is if you're like Jay Leno or David Lee from Hingwa Lee, the Ferrari collector.
Yeah.
Like, unless you're gonna spend big money on these cars, there's no point in buying like a limited Subaru or a limited
Was it you that I was talking
Mitsubishi.
to about David Lee? I feel like I know someone that knows him.
I know a few people that know him.
Yeah. He's in our area.
Yeah. Favorite watch company, Rolex or Parnas? George, you see the new Genta? Oh, you mean the Genta inspired Bell and Ross? Yeah, I made an episode about it. You guys are gonna see it next week. Genta inspired. Yeah, that's a nice way of just saying you ripped it off. Six Killer 2121. For the new people on here, when you see Jory staring off to space, he's reading comments for the new kids. Not sure. Reed Grabowski's been eyeing used Shelbys. I'm not saying you shouldn't. I think you totally missed the whole point of what I was saying, Watch Lounge. If you're going to buy an older car that's rare, go for it. But if a company makes a modern car like Mitsubishi or Subaru and it's rare, limited, but it's in that awkward price point where it's probably not going to be worth a ton of money, but it's still way more expensive than it should be, That's what I'm talking about. Obviously, if you're gonna get a Shelby, or if you're looking for, you know, old Road Runners or GTOs. For anyone watching on, ooh, Malcolm the moderator, the man, says, for anyone watching from their iOS device, make sure, I made a tutorial on how to become a T3 bot. Wow, thanks, man. Malcolm, you're the freaking man. Jonathan's about to get banned because he says he bought his official Baypex in the mail. Can't wait to slap a Filcinado on it. One thing I will say is he's got money to blow. What industry are you in, dude? I want to get into that. You got money to waste on a Baypex and a Filcinado strap. In my opinion, the Tuna SBBN 031 for the money should have a sapphire and thermal compensation. Thoughts? I absolutely disagree, because if it had a sapphire and like other bells and whistles, it would be, they would charge over $2 grand for that watch. I think you're underestimating what that watch actually is in the first place. He probably robs banks. Ooh, track day next weekend. Just finished installing track pads. G-Shock kind of day. Yeah, dude, make sure to do an oil change before and after the track. Brian LaPlume said with super chat. Jumped on an SKXK on bracelet for $250 when I saw the prices climbing. I think their increased prices will stick. No, the increased prices will not stick, and because we've already seen prices go down on the Alpinist. Seagull 1963 42 or 38. I would get 38 millimeter always. Chi-Town, California, certified T3 bot says, Jory, what are your favorite old school Ferraris and Lamborghinis? Well, it depends how old school you want to go. But for me, my two poster cars growing up as a kid in the 90s was a Ferrari F40 and obviously a Lamborghini Diablo. So those would be, yeah, those would be the ones I would get. Jose says, what are track pads? Track pads are more aggressive brake pads that do a little bit better in heat. The issue is that track pads can be very, very loud if you drive them on the street. I used to do that in my 370. I had full track everything, and they're loud. They sound like something's wrong with your brakes. It's like, but it's because the brakes are very, very aggressive. Yeah, Testarossa is freaking sick as well. Guess I just wanted that turbo Ferrari life though with the F40. Loud, grippy, and dusty, and smelly. Very smelly. Diablo and 964 RS America, you truly are a 90s kid, Jor.
Except you're not a 90s kid.
I'm a 90s kid. I was born in the 80s.
Exactly.
I was born in 1989, but I grew up in the 90s.
Yeah, you did.
I can't.
Technically.
There's no way I'm going to tell people like, oh yeah, the 80s, loved them.
In the 80s though.
Wow, the 80s were wild. Yeah, I barely remember like the 90s, so. If you think about it though, the Diablo is just a really aggressive, crazy looking Countach. Angry people are gonna riot about me saying that, but it's true, so deal with it.
No watch addicts pleasuring some guy's beard.
Wait, what? '90s doesn't really have much to be remembered. Pretty terrible decade. I don't know. I have some pretty fond memories from the 90s.
Cowboy Swami. Oh, did you already answer the citizen? Is Citizen underrated, especially with the run movement?
I don't think Citizen's underrated. Just based upon my comment section, Citizen's absolutely not underrated, because in every one of my videos, people are like, why didn't you say Citizen? I'll literally be like, 5 most obscure Rolex chronographs. And people will be like, yeah, but what about the Citizen ProMaster Diver? What about it? I'll be like, 10 best tourbillon watches. I'll be like, about Citizen Tough.
5 top Jeeps. But
What about
the Citizen?
Citizen? Citizen's not underrated, guys. SoCal Watch Reviews, what's going on, man? Sean T, let me tell you about these glasses, baby. Warby Parker. Warby Parker. Yo, everyone, all 107 people here, you want to do me a favor if you're on Instagram, tag Warby Parker in the next picture I upload, and tell them to sponsor me. AZ Mudrat, what's going on over in Arizona? I bet it's freaking hot over there because it's hot over here.
I actually thought it'd be a lot worse today. It's supposed to be like 100 here.
Bro,
from where
it
we
is
are.
still very early.
Oh, it's 11. True. Until like 2 or 3.
Question. When there are ads playing before your uploaded videos, does it help your channel to view them? Does hitting skip ad not get you paid? Dean, I wish I had more information for you about how YouTube works. I still do not understand it because YouTube is changing forever. From what I know, skipping the ads does yield a smaller amount to the content maker. So apparently, watching the ads yields more pay for the content creator, for the channel. That's what I'm told. Again, YouTube changes their algorithms, YouTube changes their advertising structure constantly, so, but the beard always remains. That was deep, Chi-Town. Connie's still here. Hey, baby. Vikram MD says almost midnight here in India. Whoa, the 90s brought us the Backstreet. Connie says, the Backstreet Boys. Sakari nails my sense of humor because he anticipates exactly what people say in my comment section. Sakari Certified T3 Bus says, you think it's hot there? Man, you need to go to Tatooine. That's hot. Every time I say, oh, it's kind of chill, I'll be in Big Bear in winter and there'll be freaking 10 inches of snow and I'll be outside and I'll be like, it's pretty cold here, guys. And they'll be like, oh yeah, where I'm from in Texas, it gets way colder. And then it'll be like in the middle of summer, high noon, and it'll be like 100 degrees here. I'll be like, man, it's pretty hot out here, guys. And then again, someone from Texas will be like, it's hotter in Texas where I live. Pretty sure it's the same like 4 people in Texas that just cannot stand you saying that it's a little different where you live. Were you born with a beard? Yes. Connie and Austin have actually seen me with no beard. Right, Austin, you're on camera.
I've seen him once without a beard at the gym, I think a couple years ago, and I did not recognize them. I'm just gonna tell you guys that. Like,
Yeah, I walked right up to him like, hey, and he's like,
I literally was like,
oh.
and I was like, oh. Yeah. Pretty shocking.
Creative name with some more information. He says, yes, YouTube Premium gives back more to the creators if you watch than watching ads for free. Okay, so if you watch ads. He wasn't born with the beard was born with him. Tag Hoyer, Dakota, you're talking to the wrong guy. I'm not a big fan of Tag Hoyer. The beard grew a Jory. Milk on the moderator. David says, I always get Filippo Loretti ads before your videos. Yeah, guys, I don't control the ads on my videos. So it's so funny when trolls show up. Trolls will show up on my videos like complaining about movement, and they're like, oh yeah? You don't like movement? Why'd you put in a movement ad before your episode then? Hypocrite. Yeah, definitely don't control those ads, so.
Invicta ads.
I always get Invicta ads for your videos. Yeah, I you know. I don't control them. You sound tired, man. SoCal! I'm not tired, okay? I am tired. I had 5 hours of jiu-jitsu yesterday.
What's your favorite cartoon of the 90s?
Inuyasha. Just kidding, Dragon Ball Z. And Inuyasha.
Elijah. I don't know.
Dima says, Jory. Is that why we don't have watches made of fancy steels like in the knife world? There are 10s. Watches just 316L. So, yeah, the most common steel is 316L. I don't know why. T3, what do you think about the Hamilton Pilot Pioneer? Great watch. Big fan of Hammies, man. Reed, Uncle Reed says, so when's the next adventure trip? Well, let's see. We're filming a Time Away episode today, but I think Connie and I are going, I think we might be taking a trip to Bishop later this month or next month. Master Control date from JLC is freaking sick. And I've worn one before. Johnny, I'm not a Citizen guy, dude. I don't think it'd be super revolutionary, to be honest. I'm not a huge Citizen guy. I think Bulova is crushing it with the new Joseph Bulova collection. I think that's really cool, but when it comes to Citizen, I think the only other subsidiary of Citizen I like is, well, Frederic Constant and Alpina are pretty cool. Okay, Connie, because she's honestly in charge, says Bishop end of September, October, whenever the leaves change. So there's your answer, guys. SoCal watch, never. Given the opportunity, would I rock a BR05? Literally never. What kind of music do you listen? Speaking of jiu-jitsu, reminded me of Tool. Have you listened to the its new First in 13 Years album? Yeah, I've listened to some of the new Tool album. Let's see. What type of music do I listen to? I don't want to be one of those cliche people that's like, I listen to everything. Huh?
It's getting hot now.
Yeah, it's starting to get hot. But I do listen to a lot of a lot of different things. I even listen to country, honestly. But I listen to a lot of metal, dude. A lot of grind. Or as Connie calls it, she says it's the devil's music. Milcom says Jory loves K-pop. Yep, I love Girls' Generation. I love Sistar.
A-Pink.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I love K-pop. It's like TTI, like TTI. Tell me that you'll be my baby. And Lana Del Rey. Yes, I love Lana Del Rey. Malcolm says, oh snap, I also love Girls' Generation and Sistar. Yeah, see, dude, you thought if you're gonna step to me, you better come correct, okay? Because I actually do listen to this stuff. Graham says, do you use any grip training in your routine? Yes, I do a ton of grip training. Actually, Austin can attest because I make him do grip training also. I use something called Gorilla Grips. They're actually fatter than fat grips.
That and farmer walks
Yeah,
and hanging.
we do farmers carries. I do hangs. So yeah, I do a ton of grip training. Jory, your favorite SUV? I mean, I own a Jeep Rubicon. I don't know if I'd consider that. I think the Jeep is kind of in a class on its own. I don't know if I'd consider that an SUV really, because it's a two-door. What would be like my favorite SUV? Would probably be like a Mercedes SUV, like not a G-Wagon. I'm not a huge G-Wagon guys, but one of the other AMG SUVs probably. Jory, how would you configure your G-Wagon? Again, I'm not a huge G-Wagon guys. I wouldn't do one of the huge stupid like lifted, like with the dual reservoir shocks and stuff. I wouldn't do any of that stuff. That's kind of silly. Jeep Renegade. Hey Jory, you have any experience with Olympic lifting? It's kind of a very different animal from powerlifting, right? Powerlifting is bench, squat, deadlift, and Olympic lifting is snatch, clean. Snatch and clean. Well, clean and jerk. And so, in powerlifting, like we do supplement, like with power cleans and stuff, but never really snatch. I'm not big on snatch because the risk to reward, it was not in my favor. I felt like. Bell and Ross? Heck no. Yeah, the GLC 63s are dope. Do you like Motley Crue, Iron Maiden? I would not compare Motley Crue to Iron Maiden, but yeah, I do like both of them. I'ma head out. Alright, later, bro. Alright, I'ma head out. Why are you hating on Bell and Ross? Tisk, tisk, tisk. But because are you kidding? Have you seen the new BR05? Favorite Bond? Is there really any other Bond than Sean Connery? I mean, let's be real. What's with Vacheron lately seems to be wrong. No, nothing's wrong with Vacheron. Vacheron doesn't get the attention the other companies get, and I think Vacheron likes that. I don't think that they don't want to be a part of the whole comparison with the AP and the Royal Oak. Or I'm sorry, with the AP and with the Nautilus. I think they want to be seen as separate, and I kind of applaud them for that. Jory likes the North Flag. Oh, Jeremiah, yeah. Chi-Town, California is right. I like the Tudor North Flag, and that's about it. Eyeing the Oris Diver 65 in the vintage 36mm size. Yeah. Reed, have a going, man. Take care. Enjoy your weekend. What's my favorite modern Rolex? It's actually a really difficult question, dude. Actually, no, it's not. Haha. Root beer. The newest root beer. It's probably the only modern Rolex I would buy. Oris Big Crown Pro Pilot or the Sub. Those are two incredibly different watches, and I own both of them. They're not really comparable. One's a diver and one's a pilot's watch. I don't know how I would even compare those two watches. W1023 says, checking in, good sir. Hope all is well. Excellent content as usual. Well, thank you, brother. Thanks for checking in. Hope you and your family have a great weekend. Stay blessed. Spotted you wearing your 16800 during the new G-Shock video. Hey. Yeah, so between my 16800 and my Oris Big Crown Pro Pilot, they're not similar watches. Shanti, any hiking shoes you'd recommend? So, okay. So Red Wing Roughnecks are incredible boots. I really like those. If you wear them with a good boot sock, they're incredibly comfortable. You'll break them in. I wore them on, long hikes through the sequoias. It's great. If you're looking for a more modern boot with a little bit more cushion and like waterproofing, maybe something from like Merrell, I think. It says, but Jory, the Pro Pilot doesn't look like a pilot's watch. It isn't easily legible. I don't know what you're talking about, dude. Which Pro Pilot are you talking about? The Oris Big Crown Pro Pilot is literally black and white. It's a clean black dial with big, bold white indexes. That's it. Like, I don't know what you're talking, and they have a date complication. Oh, the Pro Pilot X. That's very different, dude. You didn't say that. You said the Sub or the Oris Big Crown Pro Pilot. That's very different. Between the Sub and the Pro Pilot X, I would get the Sub. But I'm making a video about the Pro Pilot X. Keen makes a lot of great products. Yeah, so Keen I would compare more to like a modern Merrell boot, not like a Red Wing. If you guys are in the market for boots, I can't really recommend anything but Red Wing. But if you're not really into heritage boots and you want like a modern, like fully waterproof cushioned boot, then yeah, something from Merrell or Keen I would probably go for. Triforce Rich. What do you think of modern Rolex buyers who take off their sports watches to go swimming in the sauna or bike ride? Yeah, that's so silly. That's yeah. If I can go swimming in a Submariner from 1983, you guys can go swimming in your enormous cased, huge, fat lugged, brand new Submariner, and it'll be fine. Jorge, okay, I'm gonna help you out with this. Milgauss Z Blue, Moonwatch, Speedmaster Reduced, Sarbo 3.3 on Gator. What am I missing in my collection, please? Okay, so you got like a kind of a everyday sports watch with the Milgauss. You got a Moonwatch, so you got a chronograph. Sarbo 3.3 on a Gator, so I guess that's kind of your dress watch. You need a G-Shock, because you don't have a G-Shock. Stephen Lowe, bro, thoughts on Sin 856 UTC? I think the UTC is sick, honestly. If you're looking for UTC, the time is displayed the same as GMT. So it's essentially a GMT watch. You're gonna track 2 time zones. I think that's a sick option. And you can get it for just about, like just under 40 millimeters. Is it X as an alphabet or number? I'm pretty sure it's Roman numeral. So is X because it has a 10-day power reserve. Zin or Damasco technology-wise? I think Zin probably. I don't know, man, because Damasco makes some pretty crazy finished watches. Some of their detailing is pretty sick on some Damascos. Isaias Rivas, bow ties or neckties? I'm a big fan of knitted neckties right now. That's kind of my thing. But when I was younger, I was into bow ties, but not now. You kind of look a little bit. I don't know. I feel like people don't take you as seriously if you wear a bow tie. The beard much prefers ascots. Yes, yes. Where do we stand on the 36mm Explorer currently? I still like it, but yeah, knitted neckties. Those are the ones to get. Would you ever pay over retail for a new Rolex stainless steel model because almost every stainless steel Rolex sells for a premium these days? I wouldn't because I pretty much only like vintage Rolexes right now. But yeah, Iron Ranger, nice boot. Yeah, Iron Rangers are nice, but I would honestly choose Roughnecks or the classic Mocs. Those are my favorites right now. Boy, it is getting hot out.
Yeah. Getting eaten alive by flies and stuff.
Once the beard covers the bow tie, you need to swap to neckties. Yeah. Raj, what's going on, man? Yeah, I wouldn't pay over retail for a modern Rolex, so. It's very true. Always check yourself for ticks when you're camping, people. It depends on the 1601. Which one? Does it come on a bracelet? Is it serviced? Does it have a good service history? Is it in good condition? Is the dial original? All these things factor in on pricing. Looking good, bro. Thanks, Raj. Thank you. You don't want Lyme diseases. Absolutely not.
Car guy up there wanted to know your favorite Orient.
Currently, my favorite Orient would be like an Orient Triton. I think that's crazy bang for buck, and it has a power reserve indicator, so that's kind of my favorite Orient going on right now. Brian LaPlume, the super chat says, G-Shock Tide watches? Have you done a video? Always feel stupid at the beach on vacation with the kids snorkeling, paddleboarding. So like a Frogman, yeah, really cool. The only downside of a G-Shock Frogman is that it's always much more expensive than other Frogman, it's much more expensive than other G-Shocks because of those nautical complications. So yeah, but Frogman is freaking sick. What was the worst camping experience? You know what? Knock on wood. I thankfully don't have any bad camping experiences. I hope I don't. On strap, good condition, original dial. If it's only the head of the watch and it's not coming on its bracelet for a 1601, I would knock it below $3,000. I would try to knock it below $3,000. Paul just called me Jody. Hello, it's Jody from Just One More Watch. My name's Jory from the Time Teller channel. Guys, don't confuse us, okay? Because Jody's way cooler than me. Hello, it's Jody from Just One More Watch. I love Jody, man. Air King is worthy? Yeah, you know what? My favorite Air King would be the Air King Date. So, Team Jor, thank you, man. Well, I urge you guys to support Just One More Watch as well, because he makes some really good content and he's a really nice guy. What's the worst watch buying decision you ever made? Let me see. I've been kind of lucky, guys, in that I haven't shot myself in the foot too badly on any purchases. What I will say, if I'm totally honest, just be lucky you didn't buy a fake Panerai like your friend. Yeah, Chi-Town. When I heard that story, it like broke my heart. I was like, dang. Because mind you, they didn't just get burned on the initial purchase. They were paying for service also a few different times. Okay, probably my worst watch buying experience, and it's not even that bad. Or my worst decision. Okay, not my worst watch buying experience, because I have a very bad watch buying experience. My worst watch buying decision was probably buying the Hamilton Jazzmaster, because I probably should not have bought that watch, because I really liked it in pictures. It was really nice. I got it. It was very nice in person. Gorgeous watch. But then I just didn't wear it. I almost never wore that watch. So that was probably a stupid decision on my part, but wasn't that expensive, so like no harm, no foul. But yeah, that wasn't my worst watch buying experience. That was, yes, this is my son.
Yep, Austin Goodman.
You're grounded. You ever get bored?
Vladimir up there asked if you like the budget analog G-Steel watches, like the GSTB 100.
No, I don't like G-Steel.
At all?
No.
And then would you buy a budget analog G-Steel at all? Obviously no.
No. G-Steel is my least favorite line from Casio G-Shock. Seiko has not lost their way. I made an episode explaining what Seiko's doing in a new episode coming up on Monday. Yeah, I believe it's Monday's episode. I don't think Seiko has lost their way. I think they're making a very calculated move here.
Bev says, for my birthday, should I get a Vostok or Timex Marlin mechanical?
Timex. Go with the Timex. Between a Timex and a Vostok, get the Timex Marlin. Hublot or Invicta, I gotta pick one. it's kind of a no-brainer. Between Hublot and Invicta, I'd rather just buy an Invicta. They're literally the same thing, but with the Invicta, I wouldn't waste as much money.
DJ Hungzilla, what are your thoughts on high-quality Chinese replicas of Rolexes, etc., and whether replicas will flourish in the inevitable global recession? So, will replicas, I mean, like, I feel like no,
I don't like
because they're fake.
I don't, yeah.
They're fake.
The high-end replica is just a nice word for fake, first of all, right?
Yeah.
They don't impress me. And I think they're lame, and I think lame people buy them. Do I think they'll flourish in a recession? I don't know if the luxury market is going to be actually terribly affected with the recession, because the people that can afford these watches will still continue to buy them.
Buy them, yeah, because they already have the money.
And people highly underestimate how much the foreign market affects Rolex. It affects Rolex greatly. James K, certified T3 bot, and moderator says, Austin, do you find it hard to stifle your obvious superior knowledge while with Jory?
That's why I shut up most of the time. Isn't that right?
Yeah.
And that's why I just keep quiet.
And I don't want him to speak because then I'll be out of a job.
Right. Good morning, founder. I don't know who that is. I haven't seen that yet. Founder Timeless from Sydney.
Yeah, John, I tend to agree with you. I don't think the whatever, I'm not gonna get political here, but yeah. Meaning need to take time away from watches. What do you mean? Need to take time away from watches? Care to elaborate?
Because it's not really like a job for him. He enjoys it. I doubt, like, if you enjoy what you're doing, you don't really need to take time away from it. But I can see like what you mean by if it's like recording and like work. Sometimes that's tiring, but like, you know, if you enjoy what you're doing.
Do I ever feel burned out?
Yeah.
I don't feel burned out. What I will say is, like, Austin, how many days off have I had in the last like 3 years?
Like none.
Yeah, I work
like every day,
7 days a week, guys. Yeah. So that's a thing now. But I can't complain about it because it's my own doing, and it's, like Austin said, it's something I'm very lucky to be doing and something I'm very happy to be doing. I found a way to spend a lot of time building a business based around things that I enjoy. And yep, gotta support the first responders. We got some, looks like ambulances. I hope everybody's okay. I don't think, no, I haven't had watch fatigue. I'm not sick of watches. What I will say, not that gets old, but what I will say could be, how do I put this? I don't know. It's man, it's like feelings that are difficult to convey in words. I would say repetitive. No. I'm not getting. It's not a negative. There's no negative to what I'm doing. I'm honestly not at all burnt out on watches at all, and I wouldn't be, guys. If I thought this was repetitive and if I thought it was boring, I wouldn't be doing this. Like I'm a human and I make my own decisions. I would not. I mean, I'm a reptilian, but I still I have some free will. So I would not. I would not be doing this if I thought it was repetitive. That's not what I'm getting at. What I could see, like other people complain on YouTube about, is feeling burnt out, is like the interactive side of being a personality online. That I kind of also don't understand, because again, it's voluntary. You're the one that's putting yourself out there, right? So you have to understand that, like, if you can't stand the heat, get out of the kitchen, right? You're voluntarily putting yourself out there to be judged by other people, and that was something that took some adjustment. That was something to get used to. That was something that was uncomfortable, but like I tell you guys, you got to get out of your comfort zone. So yeah, that's something I quickly learned. And does it get difficult, or sometimes more difficult than other times? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you and say that it's always smooth sailing, that it's always super easy and always super fun, because at the end of the day, it is work, right? And to make better content, better product for you guys, and to deliver you better things, it takes more effort, and it takes more processes, and it takes more attempts and more trying, and sometimes that means failing, and that's perfectly fine. So yeah, that was kind of a long rant, but whatever.
Things. Hamid up there asked thoughts on Unimatic watches, an independent one.
Thoughts on
Unimatic watches. And also Nerf. Also thoughts on the Timex, worth the price or not.
Unimatic watches, an independent one. Thoughts on Timex. Very. I don't know much about Unimatic watches, so. Rohit says, even Federico feels burned out, shuts himself out from watches when at home. Do you need rejuvenation?
That's what the gym is for, I would say. A lot of the times for
Yeah,
us.
the gym, jiu-jitsu.
Mesmer asked, not sure, well, this is from earlier, but he asked if we can make a video about what the different watch lines mean: Omega, DeVille, Constellation, Seiko, Persona, Premier, etc.
Okay, so I actually just made a video explaining the differences between the different lines with Seiko. Stay tuned for Monday's episode, because I think it'll be very interesting for everybody that's interested about what Seiko is doing business-wise. But I kind of made it an episode for you there. Do I ever feel the need for rejuvenation? Honestly, anytime I get to hang out with Austin, anytime like we're at the gym, and not to seem cheesy, but anytime I get to see Connie, anytime that I'm spending that time with Connie, it's Connie. I mean, I think about Connie pretty much every second of every day anyway, but especially when I'm with her, you know, that's my focus. So and she still yells at me for being on my phone and answering emails and answering messages and writing to my editors and Austin and corresponding things and figuring out shoots and when we're gonna do this and when we're gonna do that. But when you're in this kind of weird world of entertainment and business, like YouTube's this like kind of weird, like ever shifting thing, you gotta move along with it. So yeah, but I will not stop. Kaiser said, like what I always say, your haters are just in love with you. Amen. Raj says, mate, I watch lots of YouTubers do watch videos and videos. You try and push the boundaries and make innovative content with honesty. Also, Rajiv Miraj, what's going on, man? Also, there's a lot of really good, really technical, in-depth watch guys out there. If you're into that, please watch as much content as you can. Support all those channels. Do it. I'm not one of those guys. You guys probably know that by now. I'm literally just trying to have fun and make like fun content that happens to be watch based. And I'd go as far as to say I'm more of like an entertainment channel than I am like a watch channel. And it's so funny when people come into my comment section and they're like, watch people you need to cool it with these stupid, trying hard to be funny gags. Watch people just want to watch stuff about watches, not these stupid, try hard jokes. It's like, okay, well then there's that. Like, you don't have to watch my content. Like, but yeah.
Oh wow.
Founder,
Founder,
big super chat.
you.
Thanks so much, man. He says coffee's on me this morning, boys. Keep up the good work as always. Keep moving forward, like the hands on your watch takes real estate on your wrist. Yeah.
Thank you, founder.
On my left wrist today. Thanks, bro.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for buying us coffee and muffins, actually. John says, half the reason I watch you is because you're funny. Well, I appreciate that, dude. Chi-Town, California said, love your integrity and dedication to your audience, Jory. Well, thanks, guys. I honestly appreciate it. And again, guys, if this wasn't fun for me, I wouldn't be doing it. So don't worry about me, okay? I'm just trying to, like, have fun with my friends. And you guys are watching the content, and you guys are my friends. So, yeah. But with that being said, there's trash in my coffee cup right now because I picked up some trash and I put it in my coffee cup. We are out of coffee, which means, wait, let's move into the shade actually so I can do my outro.
Yeah, do it.
Because I'm like squinting.
Well, I'm baking, so.
Yeah, okay.
Literally baking.
Okay, guys, well, we're gonna head out. I gotta film a time away episode. Austin's gonna help out. And we're gonna get Connie. She's gonna be in the episode as well. Kaiser says, Jory, being genuine is one reason why you're worth watching. Well, I appreciate that, man. That was very nice. But dude, just like talking about what we're doing here on YouTube and everything, and how it took some adjustment, it takes some learning. Got to get out of your comfort zone. That's number one. Every day, try to get out of your comfort zone. You know, filming content in the watch world was one thing, but now filming this new content for Time Away, that took another adjustment. And yeah, new episode went out yesterday on the Time Away.